guys, so for today I have a first impression on the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. This is how it looks in the box, and I actually have mine in the shade Light Beige. I'm super excited to try this foundation out. I've heard a ton of good things about it. I'm also doing this first impression a little bit different than I usually do my others. I'm starting this off right away with the demo, and then I'll go ahead at the end and kind of sum up my thoughts and everything like that. But I figured I would just get right into the demo and kind of start it off that way and just maybe switch it up a little bit. So apparently this foundation is supposed to be very full coverage. It's supposed to last for 12 hours. The title even says that, so that's a pretty big claim. At the back it says long wear makeup, oil-free makeup. And on the box, formulated without parabens, mineral oils, sulfates, or sorry, not sulfates, phthalates? I don't even know what that is. Gluten, other stuff. So basically it's like a little bit better for your skin. There's water, mineral pigments in it, vitamin E in it, Amazonian clay, and sodium hydronolate. I don't know what that is. And it's also cruelty free. So I'm super excited to try out this foundation. I've heard that I'm really gonna like it, and you guys say that I'm really gonna like it as well. So I'm excited to try it out. I'm just gonna pin back my hair just so it doesn't get in my face. So let's just go ahead and get started. As always, I'm going to apply it with my flat top kabuki. And like I said, I got this one in the shade Light Beige. I did just self-tan over the weekend, so I'm a lot, like this would have matched me perfectly, my natural skin tone. But I am a lot darker. I'm about maybe 2 shades darker, so I know this isn't going to match my body, but I'm just going to try and fix that up with some bronzer and powder and everything. First off, the texture of this foundation, I love it right off the bat already. It's very like it's thick and it's very moussey. Like it's definitely not gonna run. Like it's a moussey type of liquid. A little bit lighter than the Kat Von D, not as thick, but a little bit similar to the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse. And by the way, I do not have anything on my face, like no primers or anything like that. Just moisturizer, obviously. So this shade is a lot lighter than my body, so just excuse that. Like I said, I'll darken it up after. But I will tell you off the bat, it is pretty full coverage. It is not as full coverage as I would like. There's still a few like little bit of redness. So I'm going to go ahead and actually apply a second layer just to certain areas. But I do really like the texture of it. The texture is really up my alley and it blends out really nicely. And as you can see, like it just gives you a really nice like porcelain look. It feels very lightweight although it's thick, so that's really nice as well, because I know the Kat Von D is a little bit heavy, and that one has similar texture. And I would say it gives you kind of a matte finish. So I do like it with more, like another layer on kind of certain areas, because then it covers up more. And what I would do to avoid having to go and do a second layer, I would just put more foundation on the first time, if that makes sense. So I'm really loving it so far. It actually makes you look so nice and like porcelain, and it just gives you a flawless coverage. And it is pretty matte right now. I'm a tiny bit dewy, but that's just because I recently applied moisturizer. But I can pretty much tell that this foundation is like a natural matte finish. So far I actually really like it, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will come back just to kind of tell you guys what my thoughts are on it, how I liked it, the claims, and all that stuff. My makeup is all on. I'm going to sum up my thoughts on the foundation for you guys. Really quickly, I just want to mention it is still just about a shade or two too light for me because I am pretty tan right now, so we'll just ignore that. But a few things I want to say about this foundation. First things first, I really like it, like really love it. It gives me a very similar effect that my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation gives me, and my Rimmel Stay Matte, kind of like that liquidy mousse, very matte, very flawless, full coverage type of look. And I love those foundations. Like, I'm a sucker for that full coverage matte look. You guys know that already. The only difference I found with this foundation is that it was actually more lightweight. So if you love that full coverage matte look, moussey texture, but you hate the heaviness that comes along with it, you'll actually like this. I found that it was more lightweight. With the second layer, it was a little bit more heavier, but I mean, that's just common sense. If you put more of something, it's going to be heavier. So, but I found with just one layer of this, it didn't give me full coverage. I'm going to be very honest, which that kind of bothers me, but I do find that I actually didn't put on as much with this that I would normally put with other foundations. So I feel like I should have put more of this on in the first place, and then I wouldn't have a problem with the coverage, if that makes sense. So if you want that full coverage look with this, put a good amount on. I mean, it's kind of common sense too. You can't expect to just put one dot here, one dot here, one dot here, one dot here, and expect to have a full coverage look, because it just simply isn't enough to cover the whole face. So I should have put kind of more on, and I would have been able to get a fuller coverage look. So I do feel like this would live up to the full coverage claims if you just put a little bit, like a good amount of it on. But I found that this was an awesome texture. It does have that moussey feel. Like I said, it's a little bit less thick than the other moussey type of foundations that I've tried. In terms of the finish of this, it's not sticky or anything like that. I felt like it was actually a little bit more of a healthy matte as opposed to a completely dead matte that the Kat Von D one gives. So if you kind of like a little bit more of a healthy matte, but you still want that matte full coverage, you know, last all day type of foundation, that's going to be a little bit more lightweight. This is what this bad boy is. So I feel like this is actually going to be one of my new favorite foundations. I'm really liking it so far. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is how it looks on me after all my makeup is done, and it actually looks really good. I feel like it applied the bronzer and blush on top and everything like that very nicely. It gave it a nice base to kind of sit on. In terms of the longevity of this, I'm obviously not going to be able to tell you guys that in this video, but if you check down below with all my first impressions, I always leave a little update blurb on how I felt after one full day of wearing this foundation. So tonight after wearing this foundation, I'll kind of type up my little thoughts, how long it lasted and all that stuff, and I'll copy and paste it in the description bar for you guys. So I always do that because I do recognize that with these first impressions, you can't necessarily give that full in-depth review. So I do kind of do that extra step just to make sure I'm telling you guys how I liked it throughout the day, because my thoughts could have changed. Also, I do have the claims over here from the Sephora website. So I'm just going to read it out. Get 12 hours of flawless full coverage with long wearing skin perfecting formula SPF 15. So it does have SPF in it. Weightless texture. It definitely is, I feel like, weightless. Like it has a little bit of a lightweight more feel to it. With a broad range of shades and a super blendable formula and buildable formula, it gives you a healthy, natural look, which I do feel like it does give you like more of that healthy matte. I wouldn't say this gives you a natural look just because it is full coverage. It does give you, you know, that makeup look, but not like cakey or anything like that. So it's formulated without parabens, sulfates, synthetic fragrances, petrochemicals, phthalates, GMOs, gluten, all that stuff. What else do you need to know? Whether oily, dry, or combination, Skin Smart Amazonian Clay will intuitively adjust to meet and address your skin concerns for makeup that wears better, longer, and truer. This revolutionary foundation reduces the appearance of pores, discolorations, and imperfections, and ensures a flawless coverage complexion every time. Clinical results reveal up to 12 hours of perfect wear time. So I personally don't have big pores, so I can't really tell you guys how that is. But I do notice that my nose area, I usually have like a lot of, not pores, but blackheads. Sometimes foundation can kind of look weird on that. And I notice my nose looks pretty flawless, not gonna lie. So this foundation is really good. Probably, like, if it's going to do that to my nose, then I'm assuming for your pores it's going to be really awesome as well. Now, it did say it's good for anyone with dry skin, oily skin combo. I'm not 100% sure about that. You guys know I'm an oily skin girl, so I can only tell my oily skin girls how it is. Personally, for me, I feel like if you had dry skin, this might seep into them, but like I said, I don't really know because I don't have dry skin at all. So I wouldn't really be able to tell you guys that, but it might be worth a shot. As for the price of this foundation, it's $49, so it is a little bit pricey. I do feel like it's worth it. Foundation is something I'm willing to kind of splurge on. And as for the packaging of this, I don't mind the fact that it is like a squeezy tube. I personally find foundations are so much like better when they're in like a nice tube and you can pump it out. I just love foundations like that. But this, I mean, you can squeeze it, so it's easier than doing the whole dumping thing that you have to do with some other foundations. You know, the packaging it's cute. It's really Tarte with like the wood handle and everything like that, but it's not like luxurious or anything special or anything. But what's nice about it is you do get to see your foundation color through, if that really matters to anyone. Also, this foundation actually comes with 50 milliliters, which is actually way more than average for a foundation. So you're spending $49, but you're getting way more in this foundation than you would with other foundations. I know other foundations like the Kat Von D, Makeup Forever, they're all 30 ml and they're around the same price. So you are paying the same price as those foundations, but you're getting more. So it might be worth it to check out this foundation to see if you kind of prefer this one better, because I feel like you would save money in turn because you are getting more product. So that's pretty much it for my review, first impression of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. Let me know if you guys have any other questions down below, and remember I will be leaving kind of an update blurb down below for you guys in the description box as well. I do want to also ask you guys if you want me to continue to do these foundation first impressions, or if you would rather me just try out foundations on my own and then do a review about a week or two later after fully trying the foundation. I don't know, like I want to know your guys' thoughts, what you kind of like. Maybe you want me to do both. Maybe one time do first impression, the next time do a review, next time first impression, and just kind of keep both, or maybe you would rather one or the other. So let me know down below, because I actually do have the Becca Evermatte Shine Proof foundation as well. So I don't know if you guys want me to do a first impression on this, or if you want me to do a review and just try it out on my own. I still have it in the box just in case you guys do want a first impression. But let me know what you guys think down below. Should I do one or the other, or should I just do both and kind of go back and forth with them? Let me know what your thoughts are. Pretty much your guys' opinions, just they matter. They basically tell me what to do, so they're everything. That's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah. I'm going to do a little trick of mine is to really flick the mascara like this. Like I'll blink as it's on and it kind of flicks it. And personally for me, that really gives me some awesome